Hey guys, this is already the second part of a workshop provided to OpenHack 2020 by Waves. My name is Vladimir, and in this video we will build our first digitalized application. This application will solve a real-world problem. We will track the spread of a coronavirus, and our application built on blockchain will help people to add data about cases all over the world. This application will be really just a prototype, but I hope it will help you to understand how you can easily create a smart contract in 10 minutes and interface for it. And using this knowledge, you will build your own great application in terms of this hackathon. Enjoy this video, let's go! First, I would like to show you how the completed application can look like. This is a real application built by our ambassador Christoph. He will also participate in this hackathon as an expert, so you have a brilliant chance to communicate with him. So his application is a tracking tool for tracking a coronavirus spread. So as you see, this is data for Manila, demo data, be careful. And the idea is that all of the cases are described here. So there is a person that can edit page and add new cases. You can see all the data here, measure the amounts of people using the table, and see the total statistics. How to add data? You need to have an admin account. How to authorize? You just put the start button and see the signer page. This tool is called Wave Signer. You could learn more in the Wave documentation. Wave Signer. And when you add the new data, it's not only appeared on this page, it's also sent to the smart contract, to the blockchain. And this is a key adventure of this application. It doesn't store the data locally. The data is stored everywhere in blockchain on all the nodes all over the world, and this means the data cannot be deleted. So as you see, we can see all the information about Manila on this page in Waves Explorer, accessible to everyone. And for example, you can see that patient 11 has these attributes like age, date, gender, and the idea is this data cannot be removed, and the full system is transparent, clear, and safe. In this video, we will build a really prototype of this. But if you could create such great applications during the full hackathon, it will be a great result. Again, feel free to contact me or Christoph to ask any questions you want. Good luck, and let's go to a smart contract coding. Our smart contracts will have a really simple logic. First of all, we have a group of experts, like our main users, who can use our application to add some information about pandemic cases. They need to call a function called addCase that will add their data to the blockchain. This function needs to decide, is the access for this user allowed? If yes, then just add the case to blockchain. If not, throw an error, like, hey guy, you are not an expert, you cannot add the data. This is a logic we will implement. This is really just a prototype, but I hope it will help you understand better the logic of a smart contract designing. So, a collection of tools we will use is amazing. First of all, idwasteplatform.com. This is an online ID for creating smart contracts. Waves Explorer, you have already seen it. Waves documentation is the most important one because here we can find answers to any questions that are difficult to solve. Let me start from creating our smart contract. For this, we will need to create a new file, the_app script. As you see, I have already had a lot of files, and the new one was created file 8. Okay, so here we have one function called foo. Actually, we don't need foo, we need add case, because we have a single function called add case. This function needs to get some arguments, like we need case ID, it's an integer, okay, and we need, for example, city, like where was this case found, in which city. City is a string. Okay, what's next? Next is, let me check, yes, we need to check the access. Is this user allowed to call this script? For this, we need to have a list of allowed users, or not list. If we have just 2 experts, we can just create 2 variables. For example, I have Alice that has a public key, I will insert it later, and Bob. Alice and Bob are 2 experts, and they are only experts in our ecosystem. Only Alice or Bob can add data to blockchain using our smart contract. So let me add a function that check if the access is allowed. Let access allowed. Okay. This will be a Boolean variable. How to check if it is allowed? Alice. Yeah, we need to find the public key of a caller, of the guy who is calling this function. How to get it? We just type I.caller public key. Why I? Because we pass it as an argument of a callable function. It's actually the data about the invocation, and as an argument it has caller public key. If it's equal to Alice, or how to put or, it is equal to Bob. If this or if this, it's true. So, and if it is true, if access allowed, then right set. This function will add the data to blockchain for us. Some data we will insert it later. If not allowed, then throw an error, no access allowed. This means that user has no access to adding the data, and he needs to change the account and become Bob or Alice. Okay, right set. For this we need to provide a data entry. This will be yeah, we need to put that case ID as a key and city as a value, I guess so, and case ID need to be string. If this is an error, non-matching types accepted string. Okay, how to create a string using integer? String, get string value, maybe this one. Oh no, this is about account data storage. Int to string. Is it difficult? Maybe just function. Oh, to string. It's easier. Okay, the last thing we need to add to our smart contract is an information about Alice and Bob. Actually, I just need to create an account of Alice. This is a list of my accounts. I have many accounts in testnet. Let me call this one Alice. This will be Alice, and we also need Bob. I would like to remind you that these names are only for me, so they're stored in a Wavekeeper data. So Alice is just an anonymous account with public key like this. I will copy and insert it here. This is public key of Alice, and we need public key of Bob. Here it is. So my smart contract stores the public keys of Alice and Bob, and if the user who calls addCase function has access to public key of Alice or public key of Bob, then he will be able to do a writing operation to the blockchain. Let me show it to you. Well, we need to create the app. For now, it's only code. We need to deploy it. For deploying it, we need to create an account that will be actually our app. Generate new account. Here it is. It's the new account. Let's create its app. It's our app. I've just copied its address because we need to put some balance on it. Make sure that we have testnet switched in Waves Explorer. Yeah, here's our account. Copy it one more time, go to faucet and put some initial balance to it. Our first waves on the app. Here they are. Then we have an initial balance to pay a fee for deploying a script. Let me show you some more preferences that you need to switch before putting the deploy button. First of all, I really recommend you to add a default amount of fee you're paying. This amount, 400,000, because this amount is what you pay as an additional fee for a smart account. Just insert this amount here and switch it to testnet. Okay. Switching to testnet makes you sure that you are working with a test account. And you also can top up your balance with test coins. Okay. And then you can deploy it. You put the button, see this window, put the button add sign. This is the final JSON of this transaction. Type starts in, means it is a set script transaction. Here you see a script, base 64 encoded. Publish. Well, success! Hooray! So here is the transaction ID, but we really don't need it because we have our account page here and we can check that script is added here. Add case ID, city, and our logic is stored here, as well as Alice and Bob accounts. So it's published. How to use it? How to use this account? The best way is to create your own user interface, but if you want to test it, you can just use dep UI. This is an automatic build form. So as you see, I just put the button and Waves the app appeared. Here I just need to insert some data like case ID will be 123, city Suzdal. This is a city in Russian Federation. Then sign in. We have two tools for signing in, Exchange and Keeper. Here's my account. I will choose Alice because Bob doesn't have an amount of waves to pay a fee. Where's my Alice? Hey Alice. And now I can do an invocation of this function. Add case, invoke. Wow, approve. You have seen it in a previous video. Here we just have a confirmation video provided by Wavekeeper. Approve, and the transaction is signed and sent. I just add the data using Alice account. Case number 123 is case found in Suzdal. Close. Okay. Success. Few transaction. And we see, yes, here is the transaction data in a Waves Explorer. Here is the data I am adding. And here is a fee that I paid for it, that Alice paid for it. What does it mean? If we go to the data in the RD app, this is RD app, that also has scripts attached, this one, we see that the new data appeared here. Suzdal, case number 123. We can add one more case, 124. This will be Kaliningrad. Learning Russian geography today. Invoke again, approve, send. Let's check it in Explorer. Yay, new case in Kaliningrad. So this is how our smart contract works. This is actually the result of write-set function. It adds the new data to the data page of the account. What happens if we are trying to add data with the wrong account? Let's check. We are accepting some error. Let's check it. Like this one. Certificates account from a pet project. 125 Moscow. Invoke. Okay, approve. Ta-da! Something went wrong. No cases in Moscow. Error while executing account script. No access allowed. Okay, this is exactly what we expected. I understand. That's amazing, because no data was added to Explorer page. So, I hope you understood how the smart contract logic worked. We cannot just say, hey, go to Waves Explorer and check the COVID spread data. This is not convenient for a user. We need to build a user interface for getting the data that's already inserted using the smart contract. I've already created a simple HTML file. It's not even an application, it's just a file. And I would like to render the data from blockchain here. To get the data, I don't need to use a smart contract. I can just use a node REST API. Each node in blockchain has its own API, and usually all of the APIs store the same data. So it doesn't matter which API exactly will you use. But my favorite one is like this one. This is testnodes.wavesnodes.com. If we go to the main page, we will see kind of documentation, a UI. Here we have many endpoints that API does have. One of them is data of an address. Let me show you how it works. I can use this API, just insert addresses, data, following this link, and an address of an account. Here it is. And I see the data connected to this account in blockchain. As you see, it's exactly what we have seen in Explorer. These two data entries, Suzdal and Kaliningrad. Cases number 124 and 123. Okay, we just need to get this response in our application using XHR request. And using my simple JavaScript logic, the response will be added to the main tag. Let's try it. Okay, come on. Doesn't want to work, or it's just too slow. Get, XHR open, XHR send. sorry, inner text is equal to response. Come on. Yay, here it is. This is Suzdal and Kaliningrad. The same data is here. And as soon we change the data using the adding interface 1 to 5, Moscow, and we need Alice account. Where is our Alice? Here she is. Invoke. We now add the new case for Moscow city. Approve. Hit send. And let's check it in our check-in interface. The new case added. So, the simple logic. The expert can add use cases using automated generative design and just call this function, while user, the end user, can check all the data in this form. Well, usually for a serious project you need to design a brilliant application with a cute UI and UX, but the goal of this demonstration was to show you how you can integrate scraping data from blockchain to your application. I hope it's clear now and you are ready to build your awesome products. I hope that you learned 3 things from this video. First, it's really easy to create your own smart contract even in 10 minutes using right programming language. The second one, to create a user interface you can use Waze app UI. It's the simplest way, not the most beautiful one and the most user-friendly, but for creating an interface you can just insert a link to your smart contract. And the third one is that using the REST API of a node, you can easily retrieve data from blockchain to your web application, just making a call to an API. Finally, I hope that using this knowledge and getting some experience in blockchain technology, you will be able to create your own centralized application to complete the challenge and have fun during the hackathon. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us, the experts team of Waves Protocol. And of course, have fun and enjoy the process of developing. Thank you for watching. See you.